Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Red Hood Outlaw, issue number 32. This was a very interesting comic book because there was a high, a low, and then it finally came right back. All right, let's get started talking about this after we talk about who created this comic book. We got The Prince of Gotham Part 1. I might call this a jumping on point. If you've at least read the first 20 issues or so, you might be able to figure out what's going on. Scott Lobdell on words, Stefan Segovia on pictures, Rex Locus on colors, ALW, I think that's a Larger Worlds, Troy Pateri on letters, Cully Hamner does this gorgeous cover, and the variant cover is by Shane Davis, Michelle Dalecki, and Jay Nenjen. All right. So it starts off with one of the most beautiful understandings of what Gotham City is. Dude, if you're trying to create a world or a city in Dungeons and Dragons, this is pretty much how you do it. That's real talk from top to bottom, dude. Loved this beginning. Probably one of the best, real talk, this is one of the best opening sequences I've ever read in comic books. I loved it. Then the comic book starts to suck for a while. Well, not entirely. It's kind of cool seeing that, Jason Todd has taken over the Iceberg Lounge. I don't know where this came from. I'm figuring they're going to explain it later, and they did, and I'm down with that. It's just it was a little weird seeing it. Plus, they start reintroducing all these characters we've seen in this comic book and Nightwing and a couple other comic books, and it's like, dude, what is this? Like, there's just way too many characters. I started to feel overwhelmed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't quite to the point of hyperventilating. There we go. That's English. But I was like, dude, what the frick is going on? Like, I almost walked away from the book for a couple moments. Sometimes I do that, Didn't quite have to do that. Almost, though. Then Batman shows up. What? Now, you get to figure out exactly what's going on. You get to be told they almost hold your hand at the very last couple of pages. Maybe even just the last page, you're pretty much handheld into what happened. Now, mind you, he just appears at the Iceberg Lounge. In the previous issue, he wasn't the owner. So this is a very different story, a huge change in the story, and I'm down with it. I'm totally down with this. I love what I'm reading in this issue. Granted, the middle part, it took some, it's like, you're swimming or, you're rowing a boat and all of a sudden you come across a really high vine infestation area, gets caught in your rudders, like, dude, what the frick? And just when you're about to just give up and swim, all of a sudden, ooh, I'm free. I'm in open waters, baby. And it's a breath of fresh air. So definitely consider grabbing this comic book as far as being a jumping on point to a very small degree. If you've read issue number 25, if you've been reading since I have, then you're probably okay. If you read issue 24, 25, whatever, you'll probably understand enough of what's going on. Couple new characters that show up, Bunker and Wingman. We read how Jason Todd met them in just the previous story arc, but it was weird. Anyway, we're totally back, and yeah, I'm liking the direction of this. All right, guys. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.